Hey, Magic Markers. It is another quick bonus Friday here. And so I wanted to start this off with you are not the mistakes you make. And I see a lot of women that get caught up in the failures, right? So you promised yourself on Monday you were going to be on point this week. And then, we set the bar too high, we restricted too hard. And by the end of the week, we're like, like, what was me? Pass me a Cosmo and bring on the nachos, right? And I get that. I absolutely get that. But here's what I want you to think about, right? Is that a mistake is a blinker, right? Someone puts on a blinker, you're on the highway, someone puts on a blinker, and they're telling you, I'm going right, I'm going left, right? I'm taking the exit or whatever. That's what a mistake is. A mistake is your blinker. It is telling you that the goal you set, the system you put in place wasn't for you, right? Instead of looking at it as a failure, I'm looking at it as like, you know what? That wasn't set up for me. That this isn't how it's going to work for me. And the way we have to make it a change. And do I have to make all the changes at once? No, no, no. I challenge you to say, okay, what of the thing I was trying, what was the most challenging part about it, right? I'm asking you to get reflective. And I remember I had a client and I said, do you ever journal? And she was like, no, I don't like to reflect on the past. And this isn't about reflecting on the past. This is me saying to you, something didn't work and we are doing a post-mortem, right? Um, at a hospital when something goes wrong, right? And someone dies, the doctors are like, how do we make sure this doesn't happen again? And they sit and they talk through what happened. And that's what journaling is for me. Journaling is not a rehashing of stuff, rehashing, that's the word, rehashing. It is more like, okay, this didn't work. And why didn't? And so I want you to do that. If you're doing these things and you're like, it's just not working, or you're like, Kim, I don't know how to start that conversation, reach out to me, right? I have no problem helping you start those conversations, because I will tell you that it was my journaling that really broke me free of my fixed mindset. And my mindset was, I am stubborn as a damn mule. And my mindset was really stubborn. It was I'm either on it or I'm off it. And some of you listening, you might feel that. And I had to, in order to break it, I had to do experiments. I had to do experiments in doing different things. And I know for some people that is scary. That is challenging. That is, one of my clients, Cindy, she says, change is scratchy, right? So it's like putting sand down your pants and expecting it to feel comfortable. And so this is what I want you to say. And this is me writing. This is something I, personally wrote in my journal today. And it's about, some changes that I'm trying to make in my life. And I want to share it with you because I think this can really help you kind of like, push you out of your comfort nest. It's like, I wrote this, I got this, right? I know so many women who are trapped in the I must do this mentality. I must eat like this. I must work out like this. I must do the, work like this. I must, whatever it is, be a mom like this, whatever the box that you're painting yourself into. I want you to ask yourself, because those women will say to me when I'm like, okay, let's try, A, B, or C. They're like, well, I got to really think about that, or I'm going to do some research on that. And what you're telling me is that you're looking for certainty, right? Because I know me, I was looking for certainty. When I first started down the whole of, I was putting on 10 pounds a year, I was like, what is happening? What's going on? I wanted certainty, but the coach that I worked with, she's like, Kim, all I know is that what you're doing right now is certainly going to add 10 more pounds to you next year. And that's all I needed to hear. It was like, okay, the path I was on wasn't going to lead me to what I wanted. So I'm asking you, right? You've made a mistake. That path isn't leading to where you want to go. So why would I double down? Why would I double down on something I did in the past? Here's where I want you to say, because you want the certainty, admit it. Be like, I want the certainty. I want the comfort. I want that, like, warm, cozy sweater, whatever that warm, cozy sweater is that you wear, that you love. You want that, right? Because you want that certainty. But here's the hard question. What is that comfort costing you? Right? Is that comfort costing you your sanity? Is that comfort costing you your results? Right? Are you silently trying to get it perfect, trying to make sure that everything is just lined up? Life is messy. Life is messy as fuck. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with the mess, because we know that if I get into the mess, like I said before, you are not your mistakes, right? I made a mistake. I learned something. But if I stay safe, I know I'm going to get the same things. And if it's not getting me the results I want, I got to be messy. I got to be messy. And ask yourself, as I do this, right? And for right now, I'm pushing the hard line. I'm pushing you to get out of the box. And I'm that coach. I'm that coach that isn't going to, pat you on the back and say, woo, woo, woo. I'm that coach to be like, you know what? You came to me for change. I'm giving you the life raft here. You have to grab it, right? Because how change happens is doing the work, taking that one small step. And I'm always going to give you choices, right? And you have the choice. If you're going to pick A, B, or C, or D, none of the above. And if you're listening right now and you've listened thus far into this minisode, something's telling me you're like, you know what? Something in the back of your brain has been like, this ain't right. This ain't right. It ain't been right for a long time. And I need to make some bleeping changes. And if you're ready to make some bleeping changes, let's do this. Let's do the damn thing. And do me a favor, screenshot this, send me a DM and be like, this is what I want to change. Awesome. It's no obligation to send it to me. I just want to be that person to cheer for you in the corner. Even with clients who I haven't worked with in over a decade, I see something fabulous that they're doing on social media. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I knew you always got it. This is me going, yeah, girl, I always knew you got it. You just got to make a choice. You just got to say, you know what? I'm going to put certainty on that damn shelf and I'm going for it. I'm going to crush this. All right. And if you need help crushing it, again, raise your hand, right? Don't be silent in the corner. Don't be afraid of me, right? I'm like a little kitten. I'm going to meow at you, but eventually I'm going to let you pet my tummy. All right. Enjoy the rest of your fabulous Friday, and I'll talk to you next week.